Hey everybody, it's GobletX and welcome back to some more Magic Arena. Today we're playing another premiere draft of March of the Machine. Without further ado, let's get back into this flashback draft season, shall we? We've got an excellent rare in our first pack. Boonbringer Valkyrie, a 5 mana, 4/4 flying first strike lifelink with backup 1. So you put a counter on another creature when she enters, and that creature also gains flying first strike lifelink for the turn. So this card is absolutely absurd. It's also a mono-colored rare, so it's really flexible. Any white deck can play it. That is a really excellent way to start off this draft, and I'm super happy to see that. Pick 2 is a slightly awkward follow-up. Not that the cards aren't good, but that they don't follow up the Boonbringer Valkyrie very well. The white cards are some of the weaker cards in this pack. Zhalfirin Lancer and Alabaster Host Intercessor are okay, but we have some really strong two-color cards like Emoti and Invasion of Amonkhet, both of these being very, very good 2-for-1 pieces of value. Invasion of Amonkhet, in fact, a 3-for-1. You draw a card, your opponent discards a card, and then you also get a 4/4 copy of the best creature engraved. So I think this is the best card in the pack, but we have a Boonbringer Valkyrie in white here, so we're not the most likely to fit both into the same deck. There's also a C double, which is a really solid rare. Weaker than Invasion of Amonkhet, but still pretty interesting. And we could play it with Boonbringer Valkyrie without having to go 3 colors. So I could see an argument for the C double there, but I'm just going to go raw power still this early in the draft and just grab the best card, the 3-for-1 play. Pick number 3, Protocol Knight's pretty nice in the blue-white Knights deck. This Valkyrie is a warrior, not a knight, awkwardly. There's also Seal from Existence. Exile non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. Very reasonable removal. A little hard to cast, being double white, but not bad at all. I might just take Seal from Existence over Protocol Knight here. Pick number 4. Nothing in white. See, a pretty beefy green creature. Streetwise Negotiator is essentially a 2-mana 3/3. It deals damage equal to its toughness, and you can put a +1/+1 counter on itself when it enters. So 2-mana 3/3 is a good rate. Green-white is also a little bit of a +1/+1 counter strategy with the backup cards. There is also a green removal spell. One of your creatures deals damage equal to twice its power to another creature. So 2 very reasonable green spells here as the strongest cards, although there's a lot of fun ways to use Omen Hawker. It can help flip your transform cards like the Prankster, as well as your Incubator Egg tokens. So Omen Hawker's fine too. I'm just going to take one of these green cards. Let's grab the Streetwise Negotiator. Just get us a 2-mana 3/3 with +1/+1 counter synergies. Speaking of +1/+1 counter synergies, Converter Beast, 4 mana for a 0/1 as well as a 5/5 egg. You have to spend 2 mana to flip that egg with a bunch of counters on it specifically. Don't mind pushing to green-white here, potentially. There's reasonable cards for blue-white too, though. Invasion of Xerex, Protocol Knight again. Pick number 6. Very filler white spells. A pretty filler green creature. There's a dual land, or there's Eyes of Gitaxias. I'll take the Eyes of Gitaxias. Draw a card plus get a 3/3. Always a good 2-for-1. This is another pretty weak pack overall. Best card is just this big double strike finisher. So we're kind of bouncing around a little bit into every different color for now. We'll try to pick a lane and stick to it a little later. I mean, a pick 8 Nahiri's Warcrafting, maybe red is that lane that we'll stick to, because I think this card's quite solid removal. 3 mana to deal 5 damage to a creature, planeswalker, or battle, and then you also draw another card. Like, based on the excess damage you deal, you get to draw, you look that many cards deep and draw one of them, so Warcrafting is great. We've got some average removal spells like Realmbreaker's Grasp and Shatter the Source here. We also have the Mirror Shield Hoplite. Whenever a creature controlled becomes the target of a backup ability, copy it, choose new targets. Okay, we have Valkyrie and Fearless Scald right now. Sure, let's try that out over some removal. It's more fun. Removal's probably the safer and better pick, but I think I can lock in on Boros the way this draft has gone. We saw some really nice red stuff late, and our white cards are just very powerful, so we're trying to stick to them if we can. Pick 10, take the filler creature. Pick 11, the filler red spell. Actually, I'll take Protocol Knight over that. I just do not like that red spell at all. Another Protocol Knight, cool. Shatter the Source wheels for us. That is valuable. Okay, pack number 2. We technically opened up an on-color rare, but it doesn't really do anything. 6 mana, 4/6. Red instant sorceries have lifelink. Whenever white instants and sorceries gain life, you deal damage. So it just gives you red instant sorceries lifelink, but then they're not red-white instant sorceries. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything in draft. We got a Seraph here that's a fine flyer. Borborgmus and Fibblethip is tremendously powerful. Honestly, maybe powerful enough to derail the draft here. 5 mana, 6/5, draw a card, discard a card, ping something for 2 or 4 or 6 based on what you discarded, and then do that every single time it attacks. It's really, really absurd, honestly. Did we derail the draft for it? Yeah, I mean, we speculate on it at least. Maybe we don't go all out, but if we could somehow fit all this in the same deck, it'll be really, really strong deck. Not in love with this pick 2. There's the Urn if we're really trying to do Borborgmos. I guess we've got enough blue and red cards to try to do blue and red at the course that we can do Barrel and Karizev stuff as well as Splash and Borborgmos stuff. I'm only 2 cards deep into white, if we don't count the Hoplite. Alright, Baral and Karizev, I guess. I know I said I committed to Boros, but things changed. Sometimes you open up Borborgmos and Fibblethip. What is this Joel Rail? 4 mana, 3/3. At the beginning of combat, up to 1 land you control becomes an XX green and blue bird with flying and haste, where X is the number of cards in your hand. It's still a land. Whenever land deals combat, you play a draw card. That's really good. Wow. If you play this turn 5, animate one of your lands, poke your opponent in the sky, draw a card. Yep, that's wonderful, and it's in green, blue, red, so goodbye these 2 double white cards, and we are Teamer now. Because that's where we are getting really strong rares. Portent Tracker to help ramp into them. Looks fine. Stoke the Flames for good removal. Volcanic Spite's also really good, and it gives us card selection, which helps with our mana a bit. Right, we can ditch like our second island or mountain and try to draw the forest off of this. The card selection off the Volcanic Spite is really quite valuable. It looks like blue's the splash, but like green, red, splash, blue maybe. Maybe don't play the Protocol Knights. Okay. I think I kind of want a Volcanic Spite over Stoke the Flames here. I really do think that the ability to put a card away and draw another one is going to be more helpful than the 4th point of damage, generally speaking. How does Baral and Karizev work? You may cast a spell with lesser mana that shares a card type with it from your hand without paying its mana cost. Or you get a Ragavan. Okay, so we just get a Ragavan whenever we play an instant or sorcery. This pack does not look good. Invasion of Kaladesh, I guess, if blue and red are our main colors. That'll be the easiest to cast. This pack is good. Splash in an Emoti. Oh wait, green and red are the main colors. What am I talking about? I took the wrong card there with Invasion of Kaladesh. So, Emoti would still be splashing off the blue. But the Cascade ability is really good. Joyful Storm Sculptor, again, splashing off the blue, but this is just a lot of stats. A 2/3 and 2 1/1s. So ping. These are both really, really good cards. I'm going to go Emoti. I like Cascading. Cascading is just fun. Emoti's probably a little bit less consistent and a little bit weaker. But flipping cards off the top, trying to hit something cool is always fun. Dreadship. I don't have any dragons, so this is just a 3 mana 3/2 haste. We'll grab the dual land here over the burn spell. We're certainly going to need some mana fixing to help us out. Speaking of needing some mana fixing, here's some mediocre mana fixing. If we don't find anything better, come on in, Urn of Godfire. I don't mind another Marauding Dreadship. You get a 4/1 and a 2/2 off of the one spell, even if you do have to spend some mana to flip the 2/2. Beat stick over a third prankster, although I don't know if I'll play enough creatures to want to play the beat stick. And then pack 3. Quadruple blue's a bit much. I'm probably not going to play that. In fact, I might just take the blue-green dual land. I think that's the case, because the best card is the quadruple blue card, and there's a pretty big drop-off. We could just get mana fixing. Skyclave Aerialist. I mean, blue's kind of the splash. Maybe just the Geoderm here. I say blue's the splash, but it is like we have like 4 blue cards, so we're going to have a lot of blue too. And this is a really good value creature. You run it out early and you also draw a card out of it later too. Four to another battle or opponent and 1 to a creature. I don't think I'm interested in that. Invasion. So Geoderm or Aerialist is the pick. I weirdly think I agree. I'm taking this Aerialist even if it is blue. As far as Dispersal, Wary Thespian, Cosmic Hunger, Streetwise Negotiator, Storm Sculptor. What an excellent pack here. So we have Shatter, Warcrafting, and Spite. I think I could use a bit more removal. I'm going to go for the Cosmic Hunger here. In the right matchup, Sandstalker Moloch is very good. You get a 4/2 and draw a card. But if you're not against blue or black, a 3-mana 4/2 is not a good deal. Pretty speculative. Also, it requires double green, and we're a 3-color deck, so anything that needs more than 1 mana of its color could get a little bit difficult to cast. Maybe I even just take like Invasion of Pyrulia here. And the Dread ships have 4 power. They can just haste in and flip it by themselves. That's kind of interesting to me. I'm going to go Invasion. Another big Shatter the Source. It's another high mana card to cascade with Emoti. 6 mana cards to cascade with Emoti are some added synergy there. Let's do it. Come on in, Shatter the Source. We can shatter the source and cascade into Borborygmos. Geoderm, Temporal Cleansing. We now have double Shatter, Warcrafting, Spite, and Hunger. Excuse me. I think I can spend this pick on another creature now. Blighted Burgeoning's beautiful. I did not think that we were going to see another copy of Blighted Burgeoning, but we really needed one here in this deck, so I'm happy we got one. Invasion of Urgamon looks really helpful, giving us a treasure when we play it. So I like that a lot. Passing up a Stoke the Flames and a Portent Tracker, which are also pretty good, but get me that treasure. And this pack is not exciting for us. There's a lot of Geoderms. Play a couple Geoderms for these 2 invasions. Sure. Wary Thespian is a good wheel. Herd Beast is whatever. I think I can cut Urn at this point. Don't love these pranksters. Our curve is worse without them, but they're real mediocre. This is not as good of a Fearless Scald deck either. Now that we're less aggressive and more late game oriented. 3 cuts to make. Yeah, I kind of just want to drop a few red spells, mainly the pranksters. And we're going to be kind of equal on our colors and just hoping to draw the right ones. The most consistent way to build these kind of decks is to focus on one or two core colors and then just play a little bit of the other ones. But like we've got at least 4 really strong blue spells, so we're so spread between these colors that we're going to be close to equal amounts of each, which means our mana base will be less consistent. That'll be the biggest downside of our deck. I expect that is how we will lose games, but it is what it is. I think it is worth the power to keep the colors spread out like this. I should probably still play around with at least one more piece of fixing, like an urn or a beat stick. I'll play a beat stick over a scald. I probably have enough win conditions, high mana value creatures to not need scald as well. Yeah. Okay. Double check. 13 green, 12 red, 7 blue. We have 7 green sources, 7 red sources, and 5 blue. Okay. I'm going to drop 1 blue, add 1 more green, because green's also giving us burgeoning. But then we will call it a deck there, hop into gameplay, and see how far this one can take us. All right, here we are on the play for game 1. Nice standard curve out here. Thespian into burgeoning into converter beast. Not super exciting, but it's got all of our colors for anything we draw into, so we are more than happy to have it in a 3-color deck. And it just got real exciting. Borborygmos and Fibblethip is the first draw of the game, and we can play it on turn 4 when we have Blighted Burgeoning in hand. Gift of Completion. They'll get a 3/3 out of that soon enough. But for now, it's just an egg. They swamp cycle their Gloomfang Mauler. So they need more mana. Draw a card, then you may discard any number of lands. So I can play Borborygmos and Fibblethip and just not discard. Which is honestly fine. Decline. Even if they blow up Borborygmos and Fibblethip, they've already drawn us a card, so we're up a card from them. If they don't blow up Borborygmos and Fibblethip, they're gonna eat them alive. Okay, some black-white Phyrexian stuff. Now all their Phyrexians have Vigilance too. We hit for 9 here, put them to 7. I don't think I'm playing the invasion in that case. I think I'm just going all in on damage to face. Yeah, they're already over it. I mean, they just see 11 damage coming at them. Fair enough. Great stuff from Borborygmos and Fibblethip. 1-0 heading into game 2. All right, we're on the draw this time for game number 2, but we've got another pretty great hand. This one doesn't have access to blue mana, but it still has a turn 2, 3, and 4 play now. There's Norn's Inquisitor to start our opponent off. This is an excellent card. 1/1 and a 3/3 off 1 card. Speaking of excellent cards, Island is an excellent draw. I think I'm still supposed to lead with Negotiator here, though, and play the defensive a little bit against the Norn's Inquisitor. I've got a 3/3 to trade into their 3/3 if they just flip an attack with that. All right. Now we run out that dredge ship. We don't have the power to crew it yet, but whenever we flip the egg, we've got a lot of stats over here. Ooh, the double knight token to go with Zhalfir and Lancer. Attack for 5 this turn. Pretty good. There's the beat stick. I want to hold up a Cosmic Hunger here so we can play Aerialist, and if we need to Cosmic Hunger, we can do that. If we don't, we can flip the egg. Because we can crew the dredge ship now, we can Cosmic Hunger for 4 damage to anything. Play a Bonded Herd Beast for a 5 toughness card that is out of reach of Cosmic Hunger. So we flip the egg. It is in reach of Shatter the Source. I have to tap all of my creatures for, but I can do it instant speed. What if they flip it? 5 toughness, still in reach of the Shatter the Source. So let's plan for that. Then we play Beat Stick. Pass with the 6 permanents untapped for Shatter the Source. Botanical Brawler, that gets extra counters when everything else gets a counter. Okay. Crew dredge ship. Lock there. Shatter the Source there. Oop. Deal 6 there. Do they have a hexproof trick? Nope. We do kill the 4/5. And we trade into the 3/3. Keeping this board under control for now. Well, there we go. Joel Rail is a win condition. Keep making our lands flying birds that'll draw cards from our opponent. I want to have a 5th land before I play her, so I kind of want to just go Burgeoning here first. I can Burgeoning and hold up Cosmic Hunger. If we don't cast Cosmic Hunger, we flip the egg. We've got a 3/3 blocker against all these 2/2s, so we're in a great spot to just hang out for a moment. In fact, I could even have thrown the beat stick on this Aerialist instead of holding up Cosmic Hunger. That would probably be fine. Okay, well, if that happens, I kind of want to just Cosmic Hunger, so never mind. Forgot that Brawler's going to keep getting juiced every time the eggs are flipping too, so. That seems like a good target. Intercessor. Exile the 3/3 so they can attack in. Okay. Control Rail. Poke them with a land. Draw a card. Okay, I realized my thought there was not great. I was like, what if I leave this one untapped? That way, whatever I draw, I can play. It's like, well, I can't because I'm going to tap the other land to hit them. Okay, I miscounted mana. That was really, really loose overall. I could have had 1 mana untapped post hitting them, but I could not have had 2. So I couldn't leave this land untapped specifically. Dang, they had their own removal. Another Cosmic Hunger there. Alright, it's gonna be a top deck war here where they have the life total advantage quite a bit. And our first draw is another land. So not great. But they can't really hit us too hard without drawing into something. They immediately draw a 5/5. Rough. Yeah, they can't really afford to hit us at all right now this turn. But that 5/5 is a 6/6 because of the Inquisitor. Oh dear. Yeah, that's just going to be a really big issue. We have to immediately draw into something as well. Okay. That's immediately drawing into something. Draw a card, discard a card. We only have 1 land to discard, sadly, so I can only kill 1 of their cards, but I can kill the Inquisitor. And then we can flip a 2/2 on blocks. I would love to equip the beat stick to this 5/5 so that it's a 6/5 that can block theirs. Wow. Okay, runner. Instructor now. I can flip and try to kill one of our creatures. Then minus 3 toughness. They don't have a good attack here. I can block this 6/6 with a 5/5 and a 2/2. Okay. Baral and carries them. All right, we're hitting runner too. This has high enough toughness to not die to Instructor. So that can kill our 2/2. We'll have 4 blockers up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's enough blockers. I guess I just play both and let them kill Geoderms, that I just have more creatures left over total. Found a land this turn. They're not in a good position to attack yet still. Oh, sorry. I just realized I accidentally kept myself muted after I coughed at one point. So you probably missed some commentary there. My bad. We want to wait till we draw a second land to attack with Barbarous and Fibblethip, or Nahiri's Warcrafting works too. Good lord, does that put us ahead? Baral and carry Zev dealing damage equal to toughness this turn. Do I have to sack this Ragavan? I don't even have to sack this Ragavan? Jeez. Jeez Louise. Cut short. Kill Baral and carry Zev. Fair. Emoji. Talk about winning a top deck war. These draws are absurd. Ooh, Angelic Intervention's pretty good there. There we go. Blow up Barbergos and Fibblethip. Secret ability. They're coming back. They are sending at my face here. They're down to a single 7/7. We give Menace to whatever we want. Menace into that for 5. Flip another blocker. Get a treasure. Save these lands in hand for when we redraw Borborygmos Fibblethip. Should I for a land or battle reveal it put into your hand? Oh, I guess we'll actually do that then. Invasion of Pyrulia. Oh, I just shuffled. I shouldn't. I should not have done that. Because I shuffled Borborygmos Fibblethip away. Sadness. That's on me. I just got excited when I realized this had text I'd never read before. Guess I'm just trading something into Renata at this point. Okay, 7/7 blocks the 4/4. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not lethal. What if I destroy an artifact? Is this lethal? And I've still got a 0/1 up if they have a haste creature. That is exactsies. Let's go. 2-0, I think. We've had some very long games of Magic, and I'm a little out of it with the sickness and the coughing, as you could probably tell by accidentally leaving myself muted for so long. But we are indeed 2-0 heading into game 3. All right, here we are on the play for game number 3. We are hoping to get some treasures out of this beat stick somehow so we can get this Borborygmos and Fibblethip down, but it is an exciting opening hand, and now we just have an island anyway. Opponents on green-black, they start with Invasion of Ixalan, which is going to draw them a card no matter what, and then if they manage to flip it, they get a big dinosaur. Slow start for us. We've drawn nothing but lands here, so no plays till turn 4, but that's okay, because we have very powerful plays later. There's a Blighted Burgeoning for us. That would have been a beautiful draw just 1 turn ago. Still okay here. I'm kind of interested in playing that instead of Geoderm, because that will give me the opportunity to maybe discard 2 lands to Borborygmos and Fibblethip if I draw another one. Because I can keep this mountain in hand and cast Borborygmos and Fibblethip off of my current mana. Joel Rail. Okay. Very glad I played the way I did so that if any of our top 2 cards is a land, we can kill Joel Rail immediately. To the face instead of the invasion. Okay. I guess the idea is the Vat Keeper flips that into a 4/4. They just send a 4/4 that way. Excellent work from Borborygmos. Fibblethip, we're killing Joel Rail immediately. Give them a little poke for 2. I would rather poke them for 2 than chump block a 4/4 to stop the invasion flip, I think. Unseal the Necropolis. Everybody mills 3, and they pick up a couple creatures from their graveyards. They pick up Joel Rail and the Captive Weird. Ooh, they didn't have removal for Borborygmos and Fibblethip here. I was really expecting they would. The fact that they don't is really, really good for me. Let's start getting treasure then? Maybe? No, no. I should hold up the 1 and a blue. So let's do double red and 1 and then hold up like 1 and a blue here. Play the exile card this turn and this turn only. So I could play land Eyes of Gataxias if I don't hold up Borborygmos Fibblethip's ability. I think I'm just going to play it super safe with Borborygmos Fibblethip is the plan. They get a really good Joel Rail turn here, right? They can play Joel Rail, make a 4/4 land, have the 4/4 land kill the invasion and draw a card. Go Halo Forager on Warcrafting. Instead, probably. Yep. Alright. I'll see you soon, Borborygmos. One, two, three, four, five, 6 mana. Geoderm plus equip. Sure. They played their land pre-combat here, so it's going to be a 3/3 instead of a 4/4. So they will have to send 2 creatures at invasion if they want to flip that. Okay, they're just using the mana or holding it as a blocker. Oh, right, it doesn't even stay. It's just for that turn. Okay. So they're just not really doing anything with it. 2 lands in hand is 4 damage off Borborygmos later. I think I'm in a good spot to just attack with both of these, holding up Shatter the Source if they do anything cheeky. Fairy Mastermind is fine. Really good combat for us. Kill the Forager and the Joel Rail. That's how you know they're far on the defensive. I don't even need to shatter this Mastermind, so I'll just pass and hold it up. Another Halo Forager. They could play Unseal the Necropolis this time to make sure Borborygmos and Fibblethip get milled, which would be pretty cute. Yep. They don't have the mana to cast any of those, so the hasting marauding dreadship could kill them if they attacked me at all here, but they didn't. They played it safe, so the haste is not going to kill them. Play dreadship. Flip the incubator to crew it. Crew it. Hit for 5 with it. I think I'm putting them to 1 here. And killing Forager. Troll Rail's a draw. Jeez. Could attack with a flying menace creature next turn. Since they're down to 1 life, it doesn't really matter that it's only going to be a 1/1. Because I only have 1 card in hand. Triple Halo Forager. Wow. It's really good. That's one of the best uncommons. Nothing to copy with it though. And here is Flying Menace time. Oh wait, no, I don't get Menace because it doesn't happen until the combat trigger. This is still enough though. Because I can give this Menace, then they would need 3 blockers to stop all the damage, and they won't have 3 blockers. Boom. That is game. Excellent rares. Just keep taking games for us. We are 3-0 heading to game 4. Alright, we gotta draw a green source pretty badly for this hand, but I am still gonna take that gamble and keep it here. It's Aetherblade Agent. Little Death Toucher to start our opponent out. We could Volcanic Spite that immediately just to dig a little closer to green mana. I think I'll wait till turn 4 at least, because turn 4 is when they could spend the 4 mana, and then, you know, after they dump a bunch of mana into it, kind of ruining that for them could be great for us. Could we find the green source anyway, but I think, again, I think I am actually going to hold up Volcanic Spite here, in case they dump all their mana into this agent. Oh no. Oh no. That's a big one. That's a big, big one. Well, 5 loyalty is a lot for a battle. Kind of cool ditching this invasion. Just play Converter Beast into a Moti and to shatter the source to try to stabilize. Streetwise Negotiator. Just Converter Beast. Threaten a 5/5 blocker on the Raptor. Down to 11. Another Aetherblade Agent. And an Etched Familiar. Come on, Emoti, give me the goods. I believe in you. Good enough. Full defense now, because if we can buy some time, we've got great value and great late game. We have a 5/5 sitting on the board whenever we flip that. Just gotta stop getting shredded by this raptor, really. Get 2 for 1 by any removal spell, but that'll be fine. We get a reverse 2 for 1 once we get to Shatter the Source plus Cascade. Okay. Freewheeler, each player mills 3. What's the flip? Return something mana value 2 or less from their grave to the battlefield. Decent. I need 6 mana. That is 3 creatures and 3 untapped lands. So I can flip the Incubator plus play Shatter the Source. Okay, that's the plan. Flip Incubator, play Shatter. And Cascade, and maybe do something crazy based on what we Cascade into. Okay, here we go. Time to spin the wheel. Incubator. Shatter. Oh, that's not very good for us. That it's not a blocker immediately, because we had to tap out to do this. So we are going to take like 7 damage here if they flip. 6 damage if they flip the Aetherblade Agent. Plus they draw a card off the agent. Not the best Cascade, but still worth it instead of just letting Emoti die without cascading. Okay, they got 1 card left in hand. Ooh, Baral and Carry Zev is a great draw. Because now we can get a monkey. Monkey. Got a 2/4 up to block that. 2/4 and an 0/1. Push this damage. Life totals are tied up. Our board is much bigger, but they do have life drain. They can drain us for 2 with the familiar. Okay. They're at 6 life. We can't kill them, can we? Block, block. I guess they block the 5, they block the 4. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but they gain 2. So yeah, we can't kill them. So I can't crew Dreadship with Negotiator. Crew with Monkey. They block this, they block this. They take 7, but they gain life. I could play it safer here. If they have instant speed removal, there's a chance that they can survive this enough and then try to go for a crackback lethal. If they have like instant speed removal to not die and then also like top deck removal on the counterattack. Okay. This might actually be lethal. I didn't actually do the menace math. With the Streetwise Negotiator, Brawl, and Carry Zev stuff. So, if they double block that, they die here. If they don't block that, and they block here and here, they take 7. Well, I guess they die because this doesn't trigger this. They don't gain the life off of this until after they've already gone to -1. So they'll be at like -1 life with this trigger potentially coming on the stack, but they're dead already, so it's too late. Okay. I'm dumb. That was lethal. That is 4-0 heading into game number 5. All right, here we are on the play for game 5 with quite the hand here. The Portent Tracker to ramp up, the Invasion of Urgamon to get the treasure as well. So this is just a good hand at setting things up for the future. Just play double invasion turn 3. That'd be pretty fun. No. Not anymore. Not anymore. Mana efficiency. Yep, let's just go Dreadship. I mean, I guess I still could double invasion there, because the treasure token. Invasion, discard, draw. I can play another invasion, or I can hit this one with the dread ship. I think I'd rather try to hit this one with the dread ship while they're not tapped out, but while they don't have creatures on board. Disturbing conversion. Oh, that's actually going to be really good for me. Because that's going to fall off of the vehicle. Yeah. Just use it as a 1-turn debuff, but it's back to 4 power again now, so I can just kill this and then do the final 4. Land or battle reveal put into hand, or if I flip this one, I get the trample word 2. I'd rather get the trample word 2 here. These are all good draws, honestly. Okay, they're gonna concede there. That's fair enough. I didn't actually organize that right for invasion anyway. I should have actually kept the land. It's a free draw. There's no reason not to draw the land. So we put the land on top, draw it, and then we have these two coming is the right way to play that. But I was going to flip that, and yeah, really, really snowbally game. I mean, battles kind of work like that, where if you're already ahead, they just make you further and further ahead if you're in a good position. So 5-0 it is. We are undefeated all the way into the money here. Whatever happens from now on, we are leaving this event with more gems than we spent to enter. Feels like a good place to be as we head into game number 6. Okay, well, this is the riskiest hand I think I have kept today. This is a cross your fingers and hope for an island. Hitting the second mountain helps it a lot. Otherwise, we had no castable cards. Oh my god, here we go. We get a treasure token. That treasure gets us Borbergmos and Fibblethip and kills the Guardian. Which is again another draw here. Which is another draw closer to a potential island. Another blue spell. A little awkward. Seal from Existence, Borbermos and Fibblethip, fair. We now Warcrafting the Sanctifier. There's the blue. I was going to Warcrafting into like the island here, but since I've got the Thornwood Falls anyway, could hit something else. Play the exile card this turn and this turn only. Well, I can't afford any of those, so I will just decline, sadly. Maybe I should have just flipped my battle, actually. Because we could have just Warcrafting, got a 3-4, discarded a mountain, grabbed an island. That would actually work fine, too. Combat damage to a player specifically. Okay. Can't hit my battle if I want to draw a card. I'd rather draw a card than get halfway through that battle. Aw, Invasion of Old Growth, Killjoy Rail. Sad. Get a Baral and carry Zev, kill their creature, and get a monkey. I ditched a forest to draw a forest. Let's go. It's a hasty monkey too, that's good. All the battles all day long from our opponent. The Zoomy Informant, there goes that forest. Boop. That is a 1 toughness card, so Geoderm, attacking as a 4/4 trample to the invasion, guarantees that I kill it. Although I'm pretty perfectly happy if they chump. So I do like this, I guess? Like, I guess the question is how badly do I want to flip this invasion instead of just killing Informant? I guess I do this. Get a permanent +1/+1 counter on the monkey, and then they don't have any kills. We've already drawn all of our battles, so we're not getting any enter value from this regardless. Play Thespian, get rid of Portent Tracker. There's definitely at least one board wipe in this set. That's about the only thing that we're really worried about right now. That double strike's a little rough. Cool. Berserker gives them a chump block and lets them draw a card. And then there's a Sky Warden to try to work on these battles. There's Cosmic Hunger for us. Happy to send in the squad. Not enough to flip that yet. I'm going to hold this hunger in case they play something better main phase 2. Okay, just a bunch of blockers. How much do I want to push damage here? Do I really want to clear out one of these blockers? Kind of. I'm just going to wait. Draw an Aerialist. Yeah, let's just stack up the Cosmic Hunger to kill the 2/4. That is perfect for us because we get to replace Ragavan. There's the concession from our opponent. That was just really, really good stuff. Again, there's not much to say these games. We've just drawn excellently, gotten some great hands. Joel Rail doing a lot of the work there, but also some really good value from these battles. All right, here we are on the draw for what could be the final game of Magic for today. We are completely undefeated, 6-0 into round number 7. So we have 3 chances to get maximum prize out today, and only 1 shot to be completely undefeated. We'll see how this game goes for us. It's a slower hand, and we're on the draw, so there are some issues here. But it's got decent enough mana that I don't think I want to mulligan down to a 6. Playing against green-blue. They're curving out a little bit to drop into 3-drop. All of our draws have just been expensive cards and lands, sadly. Alright, well that's super, super bad. Atris is a very good card. Draws them like 2 cards minimum. Generally speaking, when you play Atris, the best bet is to just take whatever pile has 2 cards. And that we didn't really have any options there. It was just, what do we want to be face down? What do we want to be face up? And that was the options we had. They get a land and a Pyrulia, or they get a Pyrulia. There's removal on our Geoderm. Keep hitting us, and this invasion of Pyrulia is going to get a quick flip too. Yep, it's flipped even if I chump block, so might as well just let it through. Be a Shatter the Source turn, and then I can go Converter Beast plus flip the egg next turn. I'm taking a lot of damage right now, so I think I have to try to soak up a little bit of it. Redo the enter the battlefield effect on an Atris. It'll be super good. Oh my god. That Invasion of Fiora as well for the full-on board wipe. So even if we were ever favored, they could just be like, I'm just going to blow up all the creatures and then win with Marchesa. Get a taste of our own medicine here. Very, very powerful deck from our opponent. Converter Beasts pass. We're definitely still dying currently. At least now on board they don't have attacks. They need to be able to kill our 5/5. They have a counterspell in their hand. We don't have any other line but this. Go to 5. And finish off the 5/5. Jolt Rail, a theoretically great draw, but I'm 1 mana off from doing this and Cosmic Hunger. I mean, I can do this in Cosmic Hunger if I don't hit them with a land right now. I could go Aerialist and equip and Cosmic Hunger. There your list. Cosmic Hunger while they're tapped out. Go to 3 power for against the Malady Invoker. Okay. I can't cast Troll Railer, they counter her. So I just have to sit here and be chumping. Okay, cool. They counter that. Might as well get a treasure. Excuse me. They got a second counter? They got a second counter spell. Rude. That's 4 attackers. Okay, yeah, we're quite dead. All right, 6-1 it is, heading into game number 8. All right, here we are for round 2 of that final battle. We got 3 shots at it, round 2 out of 3. Fight. This is a great hand. We're really trying to get that Volcanic Spite to find us some mana, particularly blue mana, but Blighted Burgeoning right there is the blue mana. We just need to find any land whatsoever. Let's Stitch Converter Beast maybe here. We've got Invasion to go with Geoderm. I think we can afford to get rid of the really late game, really defensive card. Oop. Unless we draw no mana. And we did not draw mana off of the Spite. We also didn't draw mana this turn either. Some really rough draws to start us off, but if they can't kill Portent Tracker, that could save us. Take some Blade Master damage here. Down to 19. There's Converter Beast. Ay, ay, ay. What are you gonna do? We do have Blighted Burgeoning plus Portent Tracker now, which is going to be that huge surge in mana. They do kill the Portent Tracker, though, so never mind on that. I'm on 3 mana here. We can Nahiri's Warcrafting the 5/5. Start taking 2 a turn. Now we're on 4 mana. I could play Geoderm, but honestly, I just think blowing up a creature is better here than playing a single 3/3. I could play a 3/3 and a 2/2, but then we're still not blocking the 5/5 well. Yeah, no, I think I just need to blow up this 5/5. We really need to get to... we really need to get to the 5th mana. Because a Moti is going to be our best way to help stabilize here. 2 spells in the 1 turn. 3/1 blocker and something else. This Blade Master is actually kind of annoying with that activated ability, because the Moti's not going to block that well. Storm the Seed Core. 6/6 Blade Master. Shadow the Source, technically big enough to kill it, but we don't have the mana for that. We're not close. we may just be crushed under the weight of these mana draws. Just not drawing lands this game. All I can really do is chump block at this rate. I think we just need to play 2 blockers. Just make a straight up 3/3. Because that'll play better with Cosmic Hunger if we find it. And we chump with the O2. Okay, I mean, double removal will kill us. Rough game, just couldn't find the mana quick enough. Otherwise, pretty great hand, but cannot play your spells without lands. 6-2, heading into the final battle. That's why we've got the extra breathing room, so we can make it through some mana issues and get the win in the end in the final battle of today. All right, here we are for the final game of Magic. We are 6-2 right now, which means whether we win or lose this game, this is the final battle of today. Whatever happens, we had a great run, but obviously we'd like to top it off with a 7 winner here. Whoa. Okay. I don't need Borborygmos till turn 5. Let's draw Portent Tracker and play it. And then Borborygmos after that, get rid of this. Looking for actually lands for Borborygmos. Okay. Is it actually better to play Invasion of Urgamon instead of Portent Tracker? Because then even if they have removal, they can't stop us from playing Borborygmos Fibblethip next turn. Maybe. I mean, I guess if they blow up Portent Tracker, we just go land and then Geoderm the invasion away. So we're still fine. Skittering Surveyor, cool. Borborygmos and Fibblethip are a little bit weaker without land to discard to blow up something. So I could also just Geoderm first regardless. Just taking like 4 on the crackback. Yeah, I don't mind this at all. What are you up to, opponent? What do you got over there? Green-white is kind of a +1/+1 counter strategy a bit in the set. Other than that, it's just like playing good cards. I mean, a lot of this set is just playing good cards. Shut off the Geoderm, but I can still just flip this invasion. Need 2 lands to kill something with Borborygmos Fibblethip. Let's just play them and draw the card. Just drawing the 1 card is still good value, even if they die immediately. Or even if we don't get to blow something up by discarding lands. Okay. Great spells are great, and that is going to be 7 and 2 off of the back of some incredible rares and mythics in this deck. Lots of Borborygmos wins more than anything else. But we cast a lot on Nahiri's Warcraftings as well as decent removal spells. And we also did some fun stuff with Jolrael and Baral and Carry Zev. We got some monkeys running around. We got some flying card drawing. Very happy with this draft. It's impossible to not be happy when you get a 7 winner. And this was a really interesting one too, because we did start off with an incredibly powerful reason to be in white, but still just off the power of the other stuff that we opened and got past, got even pushed off of that. So pretty interesting the path that this draft took, but it all worked out really well for us in the end, moving off of that white and playing this teamer pile. It ended up with a really, really strong, really solid deck that manages to scoop up the trophy. Great, great draft today. But that is going to end today's video. As always, I'd like to thank my patrons, the YouTube members, for their support, as well as you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it and you're interested in seeing some more, you can always like, comment, and subscribe to tell the YouTube algorithm to send me some more in the recommended feed. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can check out the Patreon link in the description below. And other than that, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Magic Arena.